Hello, it's Mercy here from Fantastic Beasts. Welcome back to my YouTube videos. These are videos to help out players in our guild, and they're going to be in response to questions posed in our Discord chat. The first one today, I'm going to talk about Dragonite, and that's related to a conversation I was having with Heather just recently. I heard that in the update patch we had the ability to craft dragons that we were previously only able to get with eggs, and Heather told me that it's just been added to the Soulforge. So let's just go and have a look. Under troops, let's go right down to the bottom, and sure enough, who here is a Lunarellian, one of the gem dragons, cosmic dragons, one of the cosmic dragons, which you could previously only get by crafting a cosmic egg and then hoping that you drew a Lunarellian as one of those dragons. Now, this doesn't mean a great deal. They're very expensive to craft. 2,000 Dragonite, 500 diamonds. It's not worth doing unless you have a lot of dragons already, and so if you're in the position I am, where you've only got one to go, I'm looking for Nebularix. It's way better for me to wait until Nebularix appears here and craft it individually than keep on opening dragon eggs. I think I've opened 12 cosmic dragon eggs trying to get Nebularix, which is 6,000 Dragonites. So that's a long time, and I've pretty much given up on it. But now I'm in the situation where, just in case Nebularix happens to be the one that comes up next week, I need 2,000 Dragonite, and I have currently got, I think, 1,001. So I need 1,000 more Dragonite in the next 5 days, which is a big call. It's hard to get 2,200 Dragonite a day. I don't think you can. So just quickly, places you can get Dragonite. For those who don't know, you can get it. You can buy it. It's a very expensive way to get it. You can buy it. 60 Dragonite costs 300 gems, and that's available every day in the dungeon. Regardless of whether you win or lose dungeon battles, you can also get it in PvP. In battles for the citadels, you get it. You also get it in the PvP goals by collecting gold marks and then spending them in the PvP shop. And here's a trap for young players. You have to go to other and then scroll. There's no indication that there really is much scrolling there, but scroll along, and you can buy, for 35 gold marks, you can buy 30 Dragonite 3 times a day. You can get it by doing explores and then buying it for 30 Dragonite for 150 gold when the merchant pops up if you're lucky. And you can get it, of course, from the vault by spending vault keys. All of those things I will be doing over the next week to try and get that 1,000. Well, actually, I have 5 days until possibly Nebularix appears. If it doesn't, then that's great. I've got tons of time. But if it does appear, then I've got a further 7 days. So I've got 13 days. And actually 13 days I can do it. And so that's no drama. So that's Dragonite, if you were able to follow that brief explanation. Now I'm going to talk about Arena, because we have been talking about Arena. Let me just go first and talk about why I'm going to do this. So Arena is an old part of the game. It's in the games, and you scroll way over here, right in the corner. It's an event in a weekend every 6 weeks, and in the Arena, it's a really old school part of the game, which interestingly has got better, actually. The rewards, the reason why you would do Arena is to get trophies. If you win 6 battles, that one's already won because of my VIP status, but if you're a lower level, you don't have that one filled in, so you have to win 6 Arena battles. Others will have to win 5. Here's the arena award. So if you get 6 wins, you get should be more than that. Oh no, that's right. I thought you got 12,000 gold. Interesting. You get 50. You're doing it for these. You're doing it for the trophies. So the reason why you might do it is you might do it to, if you haven't been very active, you might want to boost up your trophies on the roster. And if you look at our roster, we have very low weekly targets and Fantastic Beasts. 100 gold, 100,000 gold, which by the way, extremely easy to get. I mean, you can literally get 100,000 gold without even playing the game and just going to watch the reward videos every day or every 8 hours or whatever, and you're going to get more than 100,000 gold anyway. 100,000 gold is also extremely easy to get with just a few faction assault runs on a Tuesday night. It's easy to get 100,000 gold. I've got to say, 100,000 guild seals. You've got to play to get guild seals, and 100 trophies. So it's the trophies that I'm talking about. So say you were, Goodzak hasn't played yet this week. He's logged in, but he hasn't played. But if you were kind of coming to the end of the week and you had to get your 100 trophies, a very easy way to do it is just to do 2 arenas, and you're going to see, I'm going to show you a way to do arenas quickly. So an arena can take 5 or 6 minutes. So 10 minutes in the day will get you the trophies required for our guild. If you want to be more enthusiastic and be a bit more like Heather and have thousands of trophies, then fastest way to get them. So, but I've lost a lot of people already. That is what you would do arena for, but also arena is a really good part of the game that is just underrated, and it's a good part of the game because it is the same no matter what level you are. So you get the rewards, the same rewards no matter what level you are. So if you're very low level, the gold is probably worth it because you probably get about 30,000 gold, including all the 6 battles, from plus the bonus at the end from the arena run. And it's a very fast way to get that amount of gold if you're kind of 100 to 200 level. So again, excellent way for gold for low level. And the bonus of doing it at low level is that when you play arena, there are no traits. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. The troops have no traits. They're all turned off and they're locked at 15th level, and that's regardless of who you are playing the game. There are also no weapons, so you're not disadvantaged, and there's no classes, so you're not disadvantaged in any way playing this at early stage in the game. In fact, like I said, it's actually an advantage in terms of gold. So let's run through how I have a very long video how to do this, but I'm going to try and do it quickly. I've been told off about doing long videos, so I'm going to try and do it quickly. So these are the principles I use. So this is a team I've pre-sorted, and I'm going to explain the principles using this team, and then I'll go through a couple. I'm not going to play any teams. Well, actually, I might at the end of the video, but I'm just going to choose them and show you how to choose them. So arena, I'll show the choosing in a second, but here's the team I've got. And so arena, one of the principles is not, you put your main troop, sorry, I call them cards, I think this is a Magic the Gathering kind of hangover, I guess. But you put your main troop in the 3rd spot because the enemy have troops that can attack the last slot. It has troops that attack the 1st slot. They have troops that attack all of them, but nobody can specifically attack the 3rd troop. So that's the safest spot. So in this one, Baba Yaga is my main troop, and it's my main troop because she deals 9 damage to the last 2 enemies, which is 18 damage. That's a lot of damage in this game, in arena, and silences them, which is hugely important. And then summons. So it's got 3 components to its spell. Damage to 2 enemies, so it's a double damage, silence and summon. Brilliant card. And that's essentially what you're looking for when you choose a team. You're looking for one card that is going to carry the fight for you. Baba Yaga is going to carry the fight for us. Now this is quite a nice team because we've actually got a second troop that Sandrunner. Sandrunner is another troop that could carry this whole fight by itself. And Sandrunner does 6 damage to the first and last enemy, so again double damage, but then deals a third set of damage, double damage to a random enemy, and that can be one of the first and last ones as well. So you can essentially kill one of the troops outright with one cast of the spell, and that will happen 50% of the time, which is fabulous. So Sandrunner is really, really good. So I mean, I could have done that. That would have been acceptable, but I like Baba Yaga in third because even if Sandrunner dies, I'm going to be able to summon huts in Baba Yaga's hut in those 2 slots if these guys get killed. So my team is never going to die because Baba Yaga in team 3 is just going to keep summoning into first and second as these die. Iceworm I don't care about at all. And Netherhound I don't really care about at all. They're just place fillers. One's to protect Baba Yaga from behind, one's protected from the top. They're just meat shields. Now the next important part of choosing your arena team is not to mana block. So Baba Yaga, I do not want any cards above Baba Yaga that have the same mana colours, and that's why Sandrunner and Iceworm are there. There would be an argument for putting Netherhound, going that way round, and that argument would be that Netherhound has, or actually maybe it doesn't. It doesn't. I was going to say mostly the single mana colour troops have low attack, so you don't necessarily want them in first place, but this is not the case in this one. And I definitely wouldn't have it that way round because then Netherhound will be blocking brown on Sandrunner. So that's how you choose them. Now, when you choose teams, I would not have a run. I would not waste my time running with a mana blocked team or a significantly mana blocked team. So I'm not going to play this team. You can see how it's going to win. It's going to win with just by matching yellow, brown, green, and purple, and just doing massive damage and silencing and killing the troops. Iceworm's almost definitely going to die, but Baba Yaga's going to summon Hut into that spot. So this team is not going to die, and even if Netherhound dies, Baba Yaga will summon into that slot. So great team. That's how that team works. Now I'm going to retire it and then show you how to choose teams. So you can stop the video there because that's essentially how you win an arena, how you construct a team. Or you can carry on and see me choose some more teams. Now I think this is the real fun and the benefit of playing arena, because it's really different than the rest of the game. So you get to construct a team that you only use for 6 times. You never see it again. You get to know the cards really, really well. Now I can already see I'm not going to run this whole thing because I've just got a bunch of rubbish. So these are bad troops. I'm not even going to waste time and run through them. None of them are the kind of troop that I'm looking for. So I'm looking for that one special troop that can carry the whole team. So the 1 out of 4. Now you'll get used to them, and on our Discord I will start collecting a list of them for you. So they're cards like Zephyros, Volthronax, Black Beast. There's a whole bunch of them, and they're not the troops that you would see in the other parts of the game. These are different troops. Well, you do see them, but they have no value in the other parts of the game. They have a lot of value in this one though, which is really, really great because you get to use the cards that you don't get to use elsewhere, and you get to really hone your creation skills. So possibly Wuhao is one that I could use. Finley, not really. That's just about gaining gold. So useless troop. Backfire Cannon does a bit of damage. I'm just going to go through. None of these troops are any good for what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to waste this whole run, and we're going to re-roll. So that's how fast I do it. Again, looking here, Inari, maybe, Iron Blaster, can't remember what Iron Blaster does. Let's have a look. Gains barrier, ranges himself, does 7 damage. So potentially in first slot, he could be quite good. Does 11 damage. Let's choose him to be our first slot. Maybe, actually, what do we got? Blue, red. So Jaguar's immediately out. We're not going to choose Jaguar because it's going to be mana blocked. Blues we don't want. Possibly Lightball Paladin, but we're looking at a mana block team now. So gain 8 life boosted by yellow gems, and yellow arrows destroy a row. So slightly useful because it does get some mana generation, but we're looking for that one card that can carry it. So we don't have it. So this is what I do. Burn through, who cares? We're retiring. We're losing some gold. Well, it cost us 1,000 gold to play Arena, and we got 3,300 back, so we lost 700 gold then. So we're not really doing this for the gold. We're doing it for the trophies and the fun, and we're going to go back and go through again. So hopefully this video is going to be a disaster if I don't get... Great. So I've got one here, Bonnie Rose. Bonnie Rose is quite special. So these are the cards that we're looking for. Troops. These are the cards that we're looking for. I think Alithian Servitor is another one. So yeah, so Alithian Servitor deals 9 damage to all enemies, and any troop that deals damage to all enemies is great. The good one about this one is you then steal 2 magic from all survivors. So that number 9, that 9 damage, every time you attack, it's going to go up. So the next time you cast Dark Portal, it's going to do more damage, and then the third time it's going to do more damage still. So this card is going to escalate during the battle in its effectiveness. Bonnie Rose is another card that does exactly the same thing. So Bonnie Rose does 8 damage the first time you cast it, but she does damage boosted by gold collected, and every time you cast her, she gains 15 gold. And the boost ratio here says that with 15 gold, you're going to do 2 to 1, so you can do an extra 7 or 8 damage, depending on how it rounds up or down. So next round, you're going to do 15 damage or 16 damage, and then the next time you will do 20 whatever damage. So Bonnie Rose is another one that escalates. So these are the cards we're looking for. So either one will do. Bonnie Rose is quite good if you get another card in your there in your lineup that gains gold, because that accelerates her even more. So if you get a leprechaun, for instance, that gains 20 gold when you cast it, Bonnie Rose is going to do so much more damage. However, Bonnie Rose only does damage to 1 troop at a time, while Alithian Servitor does damage to all, and that is why I will choose it. So now that is going to go in my 3rd slot. That's my card. Now above it, I don't really care, so long as I don't mana block. So I'm going to choose Tracker. Someone's green, red gems, someone's 1 to 2 direwolves. So that's going to be useful. Someone's always useful on your team. So, but probably barely going to cast it. So again, we're looking for something that doesn't mana block. I'm not interested in that one. Not interested in that one. Definitely not interested in Urski. So Urski just does a little bit of damage. Frost Archer, because it mana blocks with Alithian Servitor, we can't put it there. We'd have to put it in 4th slot. Totem Guardian totally blocks Tracker. So, but we could potentially have both up above there. I'm going to choose, let me see, what does 8 damage, freeze, maybe freeze adjacent enemies, who cares, but deal, if the enemy's already frozen, do 5 more damage, so possibly more damage. It's just a basic damage card. Let's choose it and put it 4th, because we're not going to put it in front of Alithian Servitor, and then we're putting all our money on the last one not mana blocking. Or we could not gamble and we could choose Totem Guardian and put Totem Guardian in 2nd. And actually I might do that just to demonstrate what we're doing. So now I don't care what's drawn here. It can be anything. I'm obviously going to choose the one that doesn't block. If another awesome card turned up, of course I would choose that. And because it's going to go under Alithian Servitor anyway, this time we're going to choose this one, which cleanses the allies. That's nice. Gives some mana. create some bomb gems. All good. So Sentry Bot is actually going to help. So we're going to recruit Sentry Bot. We're not going to re-roll this time because we have that single card that we want. We put it in third place. I don't want Sentry Bot to die, so I might not put it in fourth in case it gets killed. I'm definitely not going to put it first. I'm going to put it in second, and then it's just a choice of which one goes here. Which one are we going to use more? Create 8 gems of a chosen color, barrier all war gear that will barrier him. Create green gems, summon dire wolves. So, doesn't really matter. I'm going to leave Tracker there because if these guys die, then maybe Tracker will be able to summon into the one of the slots. So I'm going to leave it that way. So Tracker's a bit safer there than on one of those 2 slots. There is an argument for doing that. There is even an argument for doing that, but let's go that way. Yeah, that's the most useful of those 3 cards. So that's how I'm going to do it. And when I play the game, I'm just going to try and match. I'm going to match anything that's a 4 match or a 5 match first. Then I match skulls. Then I match blue or purple. Then I match yellow. Then I match green and brown. And that will win me 6 fights very quickly. And you'll only have to cast Illithid Servitor twice to win it. So there you go. That's how you do it. I'll do one more. So again, stop here if you don't want to hear my voice anymore, because I'm just going to talk about the same thing with a different set of cards, just to reinforce that, and I'll probably have a battle with the next lot. So that is the end of the video if you understand what's going on already. Just another interesting thing about Arena is because of kind of the power creep in the game, Arena was a very old mode of fighting in Gems of War, and as time goes by, troops have got stronger, and so every time a troop is added to the game and then makes its way into Arena improves because you get more of these single cards that can carry the battle. So 9 damage to an enemy converts 5 yellow gems to purple giant gems. Is that useful? Yeah, it is actually. Giant gems are useful. They explode and give us lots of mana. That's useful. Amethyst Giant is useful. It's not one of those ones I was talking about. Drain mana, create lycanthropy jewels. Lycanthropy gems are useless in Arena, by the way. Pandalista, true damage. Yes, we want true damage. 2 random enemies boosted by Urska allies. So you'll notice that this is an Urska troop, so it's already boosted by 3, so it does 9 true damage to 2 enemies, which is actually a lot. So that's potentially actually killing 2 cards. So that's our choice at the moment. We're going to carry on choosing. 2 Knight, I think, is good if I remember rightly. Shadowblade, I can't remember. Another true damage. Random enemy for each purple gem on the board. Like it. Not mana blocked. So this would be our choice. This one is mana blocked, but I think Tomb Knight's quite good. Tomb Knight, destroy column, gain 8 armor and attack, boosted by yellow gem, destroy, gain barrier. So it would be your front troop. It's a tank of a troop. That's for place number 1. And it has a boost ratio for each yellow gem you do. So actually you're getting quite strong. Now it is actually one of those cards that escalates as it goes. So it gets better and better as you go, because every time you destroy a column, you're getting this 2 times bonus on the yellow gems. So if you say go for 2 or 3 yellow gems in a column, you're getting 6. If you're getting 14 armor and attack, which means when you match skulls, they're going to be killing the top troop, and the top enemy troop. So this is actually a really good card. Is it better than Shadowblade, which is doing true damage to a random ally, which you've already probably done true damage here? So this is really good. Here's the debate. Do you go for something that does a mana block, or do you go for the really quite strong first card? I'm going to go for the non-mana blocking, because that's my big principle. Pardon me, I'm talking too much. Right, now we start not caring. So I just hopefully don't get to mana block, but we don't have green, so I can choose any of these. You just choose which one does. Well, we don't want a Leaf Storm. That's actually a disadvantage. We don't want it. Fake does lots of damage. Diseases enemies, which is actually really powerful in Arena. Pardon me. Because they need twice as much mana to cast their spells. So we're going to choose Fake. And then we are mana blocking terribly. We might choose a Lance Knight. Pardon me, just because it destroys rows. But and gains armor, but we're probably not going to use it. Let's put it on there. Let's now talk about how we would assemble this. So our third slot is going to be Pantalista. Obviously, Shadow Blades are second best card, so we're going to put that in number 2. They don't mana block. Now we don't want to mana block either of them. Here's the trouble. We do, because if we put Lance Knight there, we're blocking Shadow Blade. If we put Fake there, we're blocking Pantalista. So we're going to have to make a choice. Because of Lance Knight's skill, which is to destroy a row, which is going to generate us mana, and gain armor, it becomes quite tough, and it removes green gems, which we don't want, because we're actually only wanting blue, purple, red and yellow. Lance Knight's going to go there. If we put Fake there, we're of course going to be blocking Pantalista, and our whole point of the whole strategy here is to cast Pantalista 2 or 3 times to win the game. So we want to get reds and yellows. We don't want to waste them being spent on Fake. So let's do that. Shadow Blade, we're just going to go, well, if we get some purple, then we're in luck. So let's do a fight. Let's see how this works, shall we? So you understand the principle of how we build these teams now. Let's go to battle. So again, stop it if you don't want to watch me fight. This video is going to go too long if you want to just watch this. Like I said, this is to help beginners out. So the algorithm is match all 4s and 5s first. We've got a 4 of blue, which is nice because it's going to give Lance Knight some beef. We're always looking for reds and yellows though. So we could go for Lance Knight, and then we could destroy a row, gain some armor. It's potentially a good thing to do. Or we could just start cranking up here. We're going to have a really tough battle here. And this is the great thing about Arena. You get to know these troops so well. So Dust Devil here is going to really stuff us up, because it's going to knock the first enemy to last position. So a big part of our strategy is going to be killing this troop here, killing Dust Devil first, because we really don't want that to happen. We've got a heavy hitter here, destroy a row, and he's got a really good boost to damage, so we could lose this battle. It's really good to know your opposition. So I think what I'm going to do is, because Pantalista is not the best troop in the world, I'm going to actually try and reinforce our team first. So let's do this. So we need to get as many green gems as we can. Oh, we always match skulls. Hey, look, we've got our guy out, but we have to match skulls. We've got a choice, but here's some true damage. Let's just see. It's a random one, isn't it? Yeah, random. So yeah, let's cast. We want to do that as often as we can. Okay, again, go through the algorithm. 4 match, skull match. No. We can do another same decision, isn't it? What do we do? Let's do it this way. Destroy a row, gain 5 armor. Now, if we destroy a row and we kill that Doom Skull, we get an extra 5 damage on him, and we'll kill that troop, as well as gaining armor. So let's do that. Here we go. Now we're up to 17 armor. We're in a really secure position to carry on with the battle. Our chance of getting Dust Devil with our random hit is now good, but we've also got some scatter damage going on. What do? Do you scatter damage, or do you take the random, try and kill this guy? Let's go for the 30% chance, 33% chance of knifing the snowman in the back with a knife in the dark. Yeah, how about that? So there's another principle. I always try and kill a troop. And it doesn't matter if I overkill it, it's getting rid of an enemy troop. And you always want to kill the ones that muck up your team, like he's about to, because Dust Devil's about to knock our team about. Um, or the one with the highest mana, or one that summons, because summon is a great skill, and it's just a terror when they keep on summoning into their empty slots. Now we need to do some scatter damage. So we haven't even used Pantalista, which is really funny. But now I'm going to do some scatter damage because I've just got to really kill Dust Devil. Oh, there we go. We've been mucked around. So our tank's gone, so that's sad. But it doesn't matter. We're going to start. Let's start concentrating now on Pantalista. Let's get it up, and that's because they will do damage to both of them. So we need yellows and reds, don't we? We don't have any. Okay, we'll revert back to our second choice, which is purple and blue. And here we go, yellows and reds. And we get to go. And there we go, game over. So they essentially did no damage to us. They mucked us around a bit, but that's how you construct an arena team. And that wasn't even a really good one. I mean, you're going to get used to the underlying principle is to choose that one card that is going to carry the whole fight. And there are a whole lot of cards that are troops, there are a whole lot of troops that are way better than any of the others, and they're the ones that do all damage, and they're the ones that every time they cast, they get stronger. And they're also the ones that say, destroy a gem and, do so much extra damage for each blue gem or red gem or whatever you destroy as well. Those ones are great as well. They take out single troops at a time, so you need to cast them 4 times to win the game. But they are very strong. You'll get to know them really quickly, and like I said, there are ones that are much stronger than the others, like Zephyros and Volfranax. They will just win the battle for you. There are other ones like Moon Mage that are sort of second tier. They're really good, and you will win, but you need to cast them a few more times. And Pandalista was one of those second tier ones. Will carry the team, but if you could choose a better one, that would be better. So that's it. Don't be afraid to throw away your team if it's useless, because you just end up sucking tons of time, and it takes forever to win some of these matches. You want the matches that are going to win in 1 or 2 or 3 casts of a single card. That's what you're after. And that is how to play Arena. You will find it enormously rewarding in terms of building your troops. Not building your troops, building your teams for the other part of the game. You'll find it incredibly different in terms of strategy, and it's a much more sort of thinking game than the rest of Gems is. It's not so much of a grind, it's way more fun in my opinion, and you get to know the cards really well. And you get to create teams that work well together. So I'm a massive fan of Arena. I really love it. In fact, I would probably play it if no other part of the game existed. So there you go. That's my first video. Really nice to be part of Fantastic Beasts. It's a wonderful guild. We're full at the moment. But of course, by the time if somebody watches this video, we may not be. We have very low requirements. We chat on Discord all the time. We chat on Guild Chat. We help each other with teams, and I'm going to be doing videos to help you. And there we go.